Hello, we are not your mum. There has been some stuff in the news in the last couple of weeks about digital citizenship. Basically, people saying that we should be taught it in school right from the off. This will help, they hope, in keeping us all safe, specifically you lot, actually, because
it's too late for us.
It's too late for us. When using the internet web machine.
So, let us begin with regular citizenship. Now, I remember having a citizenship day at school where we didn't go to lessons and we did like fun activities and had a talk. All great stuff. Great stuff. And what did I learn? Not much, to be honest. I was a bit confused, really, as to what this whole citizenship thing was all about. Basically, it's just teaching you how to fit into society like a wiggly worm.
Like a functioning human being.
Yeah. Important.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. We didn't do citizenship at school. It hadn't been invented when I was at school.
No, I think schools just generally try to teach you how to be like decent, don't they?
Decent, upstanding members of society. Yeah. So citizenship covers things like money management, the law, democracy. Democracy is when, how do you say it, what it is? It's basically when everyone has a say in how the country is run. Hence why you have an election and we vote someone in. Rights and responsibilities and diversity. Basically how to be responsible in the real world.
So digital citizenship is about all these things, but just on the internet. So how to safely buy things online. You know, don't just put your card details into any old site.
Willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. Crazy thing to do.
Yes. Willy-nilly is frowned upon in citizenship.
What's okay and not okay to say online, how to protect yourself online, which in turn will protect you in real life.
Offline.
Offline.
If you will. Sites like Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff are obviously great for sharing stuff with your friends. But remember, if you don't, carefully make sure all your settings are right and your privacy settings and all that, then you could be basically sharing it with the whole world. A good way to filter what you put online is to think, what would my head teacher think if they saw what I'm posting? And if you think they'd think it was fine, then post away.
If you think they'd go, like that, or
that's gross.
Ooh, I'm so disappointed.
So
disappointed is the worst one for sure.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
So
or they're never going to get a job in future life if that stuff's, rollicking around the internet.
These sites, Facebook, Instagram, etc., also have the right to all your images, anything that you share on these social media sites. Without your permission, they can do what they want with them. Or rather, you have already given them your permission when you said, yes, I've read the terms and conditions that probably nobody's read. So it is actually worth reading them just to see what you've actually kind of signed yourself up for.
I mean, although the terminology can be quite dense.
Yeah, quite confusing and difficult. So just go to your settings and just make sure it doesn't say, hey, share it with the whole world.
Yeah, private, basically.
Yeah, just with your friends.
Yeah. A hashtag will then tie it in with everyone else who's used that hashtag and it will be available.
Anybody who types in that hashtag into a search will find what you wrote or posted.
Careful with what hashtags you use. Because if it could be ambiguous, if it could be thought of in a sexual sense, then you're kind of tying yourself in with all sorts of dodgy stuff. It's a minefield. Basically, just be really super kind of careful and keep a few things to yourself. Tagging yourself somewhere, putting yourself in a location, or even posting a pic of yourself somewhere obvious while you're still there is not a good idea. It can be slightly dodgy. We're not saying that everyone is out to get you, because they're not. But as we know, bullies and other nasty people do use social media for ill. If they know exactly where you are in person, then it's not ideal that they can then just rock up and find you in real life.
Trolling someone or being trolled is not okay. If you have a problem with somebody that you know, you should talk to them in real life, face to face, and sort it out. Not send messages over the internet.
No.
That's when things get nasty.
Yeah, it gets nasty. It can escalate really quickly. It's just horrid.
And other people get involved, whereas if it's just, one-on-one and you just say, hey, I didn't like it when you borrowed my rubber without asking. And then they'll say, sorry, I didn't realise, and then everything will be fine.
Job done. Job's good.
And, always ask to borrow rubbers.
Yeah, that's the moral of this video.
If someone is sending you abuse or sort of writing horrible comments on your pictures, or even sending you like rude photos,
or tagging you in
stuff,
crappy pictures, horrible pictures and stuff like that.
There is stuff that you can do to stop this. You can block them. It's actually really easy. There's little bits on all the posts that you can just click and go, I want to block this person or this comment, and you can report them as well to Facebook.
Yeah. And I think you can untag yourself, can't you?
You can untag yourself, and just talk to somebody, a real person, about it as well, because
a grown-up person who can do something about it.
Person.
That's my grown-up person.
Yeah, that's about the average
Yay,
grown-up person. It's always worth talking to somebody, a grown-up, about things like this, because it's not your fault. You didn't do anything to bring this upon you. Even
if you started it, if it's escalated, still talk to someone.
Exactly. Because if you suffer in silence, it will make it worse. So remember, you can block them and you can report them, and it is worth doing. It's super easy.
Yeah. Basically, the internet is a big old crazy place where things are not always as they seem, so be vigilant and treat others as you would want to be treated yourself. And remember that the majority of internet bullies and trolls are just jealous, which handily links us back to last week's video about jealousy. Boom!
Yeah, seamless.
Yeah, that was a bit of a high boom. Boom.
Boom.
It
was a bit of a board boom, wasn't it? I think it's where I'm like, boom, yeah, woo!
Anyway,
sorry
there you
go. Overexcited and loud, isn't it?
Yes.
So why not watch our video about jealousy if you haven't already? We've also got other videos about sexting, whether or not you should. Spoiler alert, probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
And how to, like, if you fall out with friends and are they really your friends as well, which also covers little bits about
onlinery.
Yeah.
And also, as ever, please let us know if there's anything you would like us to make a video about, because if we can, we will. Just contact us. The details are in the description. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye.